Hello, my name is Talethea, and I am hoping that you all will come along with me as I work and plan and research and execute my intent to go from working from home full time to living on board cruise ships while also working full time. So let's do it.
What if I get sick in the middle of the ocean? That is a very good question, so let's talk about it. Jeanette asks, she mentioned you need to get travel insurance because other countries don't accept our health insurance. And that is a very good point. In fact, I'm glad she mentioned it. A few things that I want to keep in mind. It is my intention to sail into and out of the United States for all of my cruises. I won't be staying on one cruise ship like indefinitely. So in between my cruises, I intend to definitely schedule time to be able to come back into town and go see my regular doctor. I'm gonna get my physical to take care of my medical insurance, not my to take care of my dental concerns and just use the medical insurance benefits that I would use any other way. That is how I intend to take care of the routine things, right? I can still go to the pharmacy if I need things and whatever medications or things like that that I might need. And that is how I intend to take care of like the routine things. But then the next question is, what if there's some kind of emergency, right? What if I need to be evacuated? What if there's some kind of medical emergency or something along those lines? So let's talk about that a little bit more. What if I need to be transported back to the United States? What if we're far enough out that we're still in, like, technically in the United States, but closer to a foreign hospital, right? I don't necessarily believe my medical insurance benefit for my job will cover that. And that's actually something I'm expecting and planning for. So let me show you what I found. There are three different companies that I've kind of been researching for a little while now. I've heard just from talking to other people that are world full-time cruise travelers and kind of the coverages they have. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I learned from them. So the first one I learned about it used to be called Geo Blue, but now it's actually Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is a company I'm pretty familiar with. I've heard of them. So that is nice. They actually have coverage for people that are intending to travel internationally. One of the cool things about them is it sounds like it's just designed for people that are just traveling internationally. So it's not only focused on cruises, but it's one of those things where their intention is to offer coverage for people that are traveling internationally, including cruises. Another thing about them is they have a plan that I can buy. It doesn't necessarily have to be limited to just one cruise. I can buy it for like the year or just keep it on a regular basis. So, used to be GL Blue, but now it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. They called it something else altogether. Uh, Now, Alliance is another company that I heard about. Now, they are well known for offering international travel insurance coverage for people that are specifically on cruises. So they do not only on cruises, maybe, but I know they do specifically have like travel insurance coverage for people that are on cruises, which is important because if in the event you have to get evacuated or something in the middle of the ocean, you definitely want to have a company that is equipped and ready to do that on a regular basis. Like that's just a thing. Now, you might have heard of Alliance because they're a rental car company. I do remember, just as I rent, you rent different cars or whatever, and if you get the insurance, which I do, I'm a very strong supporter of insurance. They had coverage for that, so it was kind of nice to hear that there's a company that had worked with in the past and had heard of, and to see that they do offer international coverage for cruises specifically. Now, for them, they do offer, they have cruise specific plans. They've got they offer emergency evacuations, and they also have coverage like an annual plan that you can buy for the year as well. Now, this is good for people that want to take multiple cruises a year. So I may not, the coverage is there. Say if I'm cruising 75, 80% of my year, that means 20% of that year, I may not necessarily need it, but that's okay. I still like the idea of just having it in place. So that is what they are known for. Now, the other company that I've heard a good amount about is American Express. I have never had a negative experience with American Express. So if they offer travel insurance, I would definitely feel confident in using it. Here again, like I said, with all these companies and any information I give you ever, do your own research, figure out what works best for you. But these are three of the companies that I heard of off the bat, and I felt good about the idea of being covered by them. Now, something to keep in mind with insurance is co-insurance companies, right? Um, at first, I was kind of thinking of like doing the Blue Cross Blue Shield option and Alliance because Alliance specifically has like evacuation options. But as somebody who has spent some time working in the insurance industry, the last thing you want to do is have the insurance companies fighting over who will cover what. So um, choose who you want, but just keep in mind that that might be a potential issue. So do your research to figure out how to work that out in a way where, if in the event you need your insurance company, that is there to do what you need to, and they're not arguing back and forth over who should cover what and how much of that coverage should happen. So keep that in mind as well. That's definitely something to keep in mind. Um, Other companies that are worthy of mention, Travel Guard. I think Square Mouth is a company that I saw. I haven't done very much research on them so far, but when I asked in the group that I'm in, there have been other travels that referred them, so they may be something that you want to research as well, and any others that pop up. So, thanks, Jeanette. That was a great question. Now, keep in mind, y'all, I am working on a 10 plus part series, right? As I transition from going from working at home in my home office full time to living on board cruise ships. Insurance was actually not one of the topics. So, Jeanette, I'm really grateful that you asked that question. But, and if y'all have any other suggestions or things that you think I may want to consider as I work to transition from working at home to living on the cruise ships full time, let me know what other questions or concerns you have, or things that you may know of as someone who cruises that I may want to consider as I'm making my transition. But yeah, keep that in mind. I love this question because I wasn't necessarily expecting my job to my insurance the insurance benefits that I get from my job to cover me, but it was a great opportunity to kind of remember, oh yeah, that is something I better go ahead and do some research on. So let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I'll be taking my research cruise soon enough. I intend to take y'all along, kind of let you know what I learned, do a couple just I also intend to take my computer from work to kind of see just how things work with the internet, and just other ways that I can kind of prepare as I plan to make it like a full time move, right? But other than that, here again, thanks Jeanette for that question. Any other questions? Yeah, and that's another thing. I know one of the things that I've found to be very helpful in my experience in life is just being able to talk to people that have done it before. So if y'all know any people that are already working full time while living on cruise ships, kind of connect us. Let me know. And thanks again to all the ladies that I've been following on YouTube. I feel like they have done such a good job of documenting just their experience, and I'm really glad to be able to take a part of that, to be able to learn from them and kind of add it to my experience. Y'all stick around. Be sure to like and follow my channel. Here again, I am doing like and subscribe. That's it. Right. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am doing my 10 plus part series. So I'll be talking a little bit more about other things as I am planning to transition. Just the different types of Wi-Fi, the internet, how I intend to spend my time while working, right? Adjusting the time zones and all the different things. So thank you again for listening today. Y'all have a good day, and y'all take care.